Get caught in a net with Annette. For your mind, body, and soul. Get caught in a net with Annette. It's your intellectual radio show. Here to inspire you and encourage you to be your very best. Get caught in a net with Annette.
You are now tuned in to Mind, Body, and Soul with Annette, where your hosts, Annette Harris, analyze intriguing life questions and concerns, such as, do Christians suffer from mental illness? Have you wondered why they act abnormal? Or you may ask, what is really going on in their minds? Do you need Annette? Well, keep listening for a biblical understanding of the psychology of the mind.
Hey guys, welcome to another segment of Mind, Body, and Soul with Annette, brought to you by GetCaughtinANet Incorporated. I'm your host, Annette Harris. I am also your certified mental health ambassador and CEO of GetCaughtinANet Incorporated. Listen, I'm excited because we are here to bring you a hour today. Listen to what I'm saying. Of health and wellness. We moved it up a week and we're going to shorten it by an hour. We have things to do. Anywho, I'm glad you're here. I want to say that when you come in, you know what? Let me stop. I'm getting ahead of myself. I have to acknowledge the Lord. Lord, we thank you for this wonderful day. We thank you for what you have done in our lives, what you are doing, and what you're going to do. We thank you for your word and your strength and your anointing that you have displayed in us and through us, oh God. We ask that you would get the glory out of this session and everything we go to say and do. In Jesus' name we pray. And the first part of Hosea 4:6, I normally like to quote, is this: my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. And again, I always say, if you see my face here on a Wednesday, 12 noon Central Standard Time, it is time for you to come on and get caught in the net. We are here with the lovely Dr. Shirley Hill of Mo Faith Nutritional Services, and I am trying to share, and I think she is as well, our live feed. So I am on my Facebook page, Annette Get Caught in a Net, and then you will hear the live, the recording, of the audio portion of this segment on my YouTube channel. So if you go to YouTube right now, thank you, or Earl Winfrey, shout out to you over at Intellectual Radio, which is where Mind, Body, and Soul is housed. He has us on there. So if you go there, GetCaughtinANet Incorporated, you will hear us there. At the end of today's segment, we will upload the video portion so you can see us there as well. But you have a couple of different ways of listening to us. I am also on, oh my goodness, I am on my Instagram page, but I did a little flip here. I am on my Mind Mending in the Net Instagram page. So I may segue over to the Get Caught in the Net because you guys will probably like, where is she? But anywho, I do appreciate you guys for coming in. As I stated, we are going to only do an hour on today. And I want you guys to make sure that you stick with us. Dr. Hill, we have an interesting, I shouldn't say interesting, it's actually something we should be looking to talk about on today. Thanksgiving is coming. The holiday season is coming. It is here, if you will. And Dr. Hill wants to talk to us today about not harming yourself. Yeah. And, you have to come in with an open mind, if you will. You have to come in realizing that what she's telling you is not because she wants to pick apart your Thanksgiving dinner. She wants to help you. And she has, there have been so many times, I'm telling you, that Dr. Hill, you've been on Mind, Body, and Soul. We just celebrated the 4-year collaboration, and you talk to us every month. You come and you give us, what we need for our bodies. You come and really you're trying to help us with preventive maintenance a lot of times, but we don't listen a lot of times. And then we calling you on the side, inboxing you, Dr. Hill, this hurts. Dr. Hill, this, Dr. Hill. And it's amazing to me because a lot of times you would have just talked about that. You would have just addressed that.
Always.
Right. Yeah. Either, the previous week or just anyway.
Yeah.
You would have done that. And so if we would just take heed, I don't think, I know the Lord didn't. This is not just so Dr. Hill can come on and talk to us and just, use her words and just run away. It's for a reason. It's for a reason. So I am inviting you guys to come on in and join us on today. So Dr. Hill, I'm going to let you start off because we only have a limited amount of time. So why don't you tell us what you want to go into on today?
Okay. Do you have that picture?
I do. You want to start with that right away?
Yeah, let's start with that picture.
Okay. All right.
But you know what? No, let's not start with that picture.
Okay.
Yeah, we can end with that picture.
Okay.
We can
All
end
right,
with that
fine.
picture.
That's fine.
So then every year at this time, starting at this time, I often say that I really hate when the holidays come. And I know that sounds bad, and I know how bad it sounds. But I absolutely do hate when the holidays come, and I hate when the holidays come because of what I do. I hate when the holidays come because it's a time of joy, levity, and all of that kind of things. But the statistics show that we have that heart attacks and strokes, emergency room visits, they go up extremely high during Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's. That those 3 holidays, they set the emergency room on fire with heart attacks and strokes. And so then even at now, they don't deal with nutrition. They really don't deal with nutrition. But those holidays are deemed dangerous holidays, deadly holidays, because of how and what we eat. Because of how and what we eat. Now, all Black people, we know what we eat. We all eat the same way. We are doing Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. We all eat the same things, and we all try to make mine taste better than yours. So that is our goal. But I always say on these holidays, I asked that we would take the challenge to do no harm. That we would take the challenge on these holidays to do no harm. Now you can see you can see their comments, right? Annette, of course you can. You talk to them every time we come on, so of course you can.
Yes.
I'm going to give you all a few names of ingredients. And what I want you to do is write down healthy or not. Just write down behind that name that I give you, healthy or not. And so I'm going to look over here at my list because I left my props at home. So I had to grab something else, doggone it. So soy, corn.
So wait, do you want to,
Oh.
you're going to give us like a list, right?
I'm going to give you a list, but so let me give you time in between, right? Give them time in between to write down healthy or not.
Okay.
Do I need to pause in between each one to give them an opportunity?
At least so I can type it.
Okay. Okay.
So this is the list. You're going to ask us whether it's healthy or not.
Yeah, and what you're going to do is each ingredient, I just want you to say healthy or not.
Okay.
So, and these are ingredients, by the way, that these ingredients are ingredients that we would normally be on every holiday table.
Oh,
Yeah.
y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Yeah, ready? All right.
Okay, what was the first one?
I think did I say soy?
Okay.
And then I said corn.
Good Lord.
Let me slow it down. Wheat flour.
Okay.
Thiamine mononitrate.
Mononitrate.
It's spelled just like it sounds.
Yeah. Okay.
Is
it a long list?
Well, I'm not gonna make it a long list. I'm not gonna make it a long list. I could, but
Okay.
Pecans.
What? I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Apples.
Uh-huh.
Let me see.
Oh, I'm sorry. You said healthy or not healthy.
Yeah.
I think I had all in my mind that everything was not healthy. Okay. What else?
Okay, so then there's one on here that I definitely want in here. Calcium, calcium sulfate.
Sulfate, is it SULFATE? Okay.
And potassium sorbate.
SORBATE. Okay.
And thiamine mononitrate.
Okay, you gave me that one.
Did I give you that one? Okay, what am I trying to think of?
Oh, Brandy's putting it in here. Oh, Brand, thanks. Oh,
Thank you, Brandy.
Appreciate you, Brand. Okay, so all right. Woo, wait, let me recognize some people that are here. I think I saw Karen. I did say Brandy already. Janice, yes, thank you for coming in. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys tag individuals too. I know we're jumping into an exercise right now, but if you can tag individuals into this live feed, I would appreciate it. And then also share. I think I saw that Janice shared. She's really good about that, and Brandy as well. So thank you all so much. I appreciate that. But yeah, let's get some more people in here, because this is something that we need to tend to. We only have an hour today. She's only available for an hour.
Yeah.
So you guys, we're not going to be here until 2 o'clock. So yeah, tag as many as you can, because some may think that they have time. You can always go back and listen to the recorded, but live is always better. But anyway. Okay, so for each of those, and Brandy has placed them into the comment section. Dr. Hill wants you to note whether or not they are healthy or not healthy.
Right.
So if you look at the list, Brandy, oh, okay. She I think she had started typing it and then she put her comments next to whether it was whether it was healthy or not. So you guys, for each of those that's listed, the apples, the pecans, hey buddy Gil, the thiamine nitrate, wheat flour. Did you say wheat flour? Brandy
I did. I
Okay.
did.
That I think that was the first one you did say.
Yes, it was.
Corn, soy. Was that it, Bran? Let me see. We're trying pecans. We did say apples already. Potassium sorbate. So Dr. Hill wants to know if you think that each of those are healthy or not healthy. All right, please place your answers in the comment section. We will score at the end. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Dr. Hill.
Okay. So then we know that on our tables, I don't care what we cook, how we prepared, whatever, we're dealing with chemicals, whether they are organic chemicals or whether they are non-organic chemicals. The non-organic chemicals, they are harmful to the body because the body cannot use them for repair. They cannot use them for rebuilding. They cannot use them for making any of the chemicals that the body need. They cannot use them for eliciting an electrical reaction. It cannot be used. Therefore, it can only be stored as waste in fat. So you can pretty much judge your, this is going to be a very unpopular statement, but you can pretty much judge how much waste you have in your body by how much weight, how much fat you have, because waste is stored in fat.
You know what? Yeah. Okay, but can you say that statement again? Say it again.
You can pretty much determine how much waste you have in your body by how much fat you have, because waste is stored in fat. In fact, I have over this pandemic, I was saying to a friend, I was saying that I had put some fat on around my waist, and that I had to get rid of that.
I can't see you gaining no weight. Did you tape it on or something?
I am as big as I was when I was 9 months pregnant.
Dr. Hill, we're gonna move on because you ain't even big. Oh my God. Okay.
And so they were saying like you were saying, and I told them, I said, no, I said, because I said, what that means is that I'm walking around, well, okay, this is God, y'all pray for me. I said, because what that means is I'm walking around with a butt in front of me. I said, and that is not, I said, and that, you know, that, no, we can't, we got to work on that.
The first time that I don't know what to say behind that. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm trying to keep my composure.
Okay. And we've already lost it.
Yeah, we lost it. We lost it. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
all right, go ahead.
Yeah. So then we think that, you know what, actually, we never, ever, ever think about those things that we are putting. We don't think about the ingredients. We just don't think about the ingredients. And I told I repeated this, what I'm getting ready to say. I have already said it once this week. My granddaughters, two of my granddaughters and I, Gan Sugars, that's what I call them. We were at the Walmarts and we were looking at, we were passing the seasoning. And so I said, you all think this is a setup, you all. This was a setup. I said, yeah, great big old thing, almost as tall as I was, of seasonings. And so I said, do you all think we need any of these for Thanksgiving? And so the little one, she grabbed one. She said, some chilies, here's some chilies. And so I said, oh, okay. I said, so chili and what else is in it? She said, it's just chili. I said, no. Turn it over, look at the ingredients. And she turned it over. She looked at the ingredients. She said, oh, it's one other thing in here. And this is really terrible. See, that's what I was looking for on this box, because I know I saw it. But it was a potassium. Well, anyway, but it's normally listed as a thiamine, a vitamin B.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so, but the way that you know it is not the vitamin B, is because it always has a chemical connected to it. And so she read this other ingredient. And so I said, well, you know what that is? She said, no. I said, well, let's look it up and see what it is. And so I pulled out my phone and we looked it up. And now mind you, it only had 2 ingredients in it. Now, one of our rules is that if it doesn't have a lot of ingredients in it, it must be good, right? Haven't you heard that?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, this was only 2 ingredients. That second ingredient caused lung cancer. It causes COPD? Yeah, COPD. It causes asthma. It causes, I'm missing something to do with the lungs. Lung cancer, lung disease, COPD, asthma, and something else. But I think that's bad enough. That's a bad enough list right there.
Wow. Yeah.
And so then we would, according to our rule of thumb, we would think that's a good product. It's a good product because it only has 2 ingredients. And one of those ingredients is the chili and the chili flakes. And the other ingredient, they had but they also had thiamine next to it. And so thiamine in the name. And so, thiamine is a B vitamin. So the first thing you would think is that this is a good product because it has chilies and then it has a B vitamin in it. Notwithstanding, it causes asthma. It causes lung cancer. It causes a general lung disease. It causes COPD. And so then, we take these shakers, we call these, what do we call them? Seasonings. We take them and we put them in everything. We put them in everything. And so I have to remember to look up at this camera. We put them in everything. And so then if you think about it, when people come to your house for Thanksgiving, you have everything sitting at your table. You have high blood pressure sitting at your table. You may have cancer sitting at your table. You may have kidney disease sitting at your table. You may have someone in the early stages of Alzheimer's or dementia at your table. You may have someone that has long haul, the residuals of this virus, which means that they're dealing with long haul diseases. Someone that just came home from Afghanistan and they're dealing with, they're dealing with those things that they had, depression, all of those things. And so then your table should be a safe place for them. So let's say and I get calls all the time. My child had an asthma attack this morning. and I had to rush them to the emergency room. You know, what is it? What do I need to do? What is it? And the first thing I say is, did they have some cheese? Did they have some butter? Did they have some ice cream? Did they have some milk? Did they have any dairy products? Because dairy products are going to initiate, they're going to bring on an asthma attack. And so then at our holiday table, while we're preparing the meals, we have to consider our guests. We have to consider our guests and consider the fact that we may not know what it is that they're dealing with. And we don't want our loved ones to be one of those that ends up in the emergency room with a heart attack or a stroke because of something that they ate at our table. We all, every last one of us, have said this statement. They were just here. We just saw them at Thanksgiving, at our Thanksgiving dinner. They were just at our Christmas party. And then they went home and they had a heart attack, or they had a stroke and they died, or they've got these long-term periods that they have to stay in the hospital because they have gotten some type of attack or whatever the case may be. And some of it just might be because of something that they ate at our tables, because we're using these ingredients, these inorganic ingredients that will cause, that can bring on disease, attacks, heart attack, stroke, kidney failure, all of those things. Now, do me a favor and look down and see those, if there's something there that they deemed as what was healthy and what was not.
Yes, ma'am, I have answers. Let's see here. I see Apostle Hunt has joined us. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you, Apostle.
I may or may not have said your name, but he started answering, and I will tell you that Buddy Gill told him to stop because it was a setup. But I saw all that, guys. Y'all didn't know I saw this. So let me see. I see Marcus Hill is on as well. Okay, so Apostle Hunt said corn, healthy. He said apple, healthy. Janice said apple with seeds, healthy. Mm-hmm. I see you, Janice. All right. Apostle said pecans, healthy. Mm-hmm. And then he said the others are not. Let's see here. Oh, I'm scrolling down to see if anybody else answered or responded. Wanda, thanks for coming in. And Latoya, hi, little mama. Thanks for coming in. It looks like you tagged some individuals too, so thank you for doing that. And thanks to you all who have shared already. Please, as you come in, click the share button. This is important information we need to know. Thanksgiving is next week, guys, and then of course Christmas is following. And you know, what she's telling us here is not only for Thanksgiving. It's really for every day, but you know, she's talking about the holidays and how we have really have to be conscious and careful. So make sure someone else knows. Tag your loved ones, tag them. Buddy says, and there goes Thanksgiving. All right, let's see here. Just got to be more creative, sir. Oh, that's what Brandy's response to you, buddy. I hope you looked at that. She said, you just got to be more creative. Mm-hmm. Frederick Smith, we appreciate you. Thanks for coming in. Oh, Wanda was afraid she missed the responses. So hopefully that helped you. Brandy also said organic apple with seeds are healthy. And non-GMO corn, Brandy says, is healthy. Brandy getting a little smart here. I see you.
See, you know what? And I should have told Brandy she couldn't answer.
It's good stuff though, right? He also said non-GMO organic pecans are healthy. Apostle Miles, I see you. Thanks for coming in. Wanda B says wheat flour, pecans, apples, only healthy. All right. So how do you want to
Okay.
respond to all of those?
Nothing on that list is healthy. Nothing. There's not one thing on that list that's healthy.
Not even the apples with the seeds?
No, not. You see, you have to go further than apples with seeds, because remember now, and I've done a show on this, remember now we have the non-browning gene. And so you can get a beautiful picture perfect apple
With seeds?
that with seeds in it, because they have removed the browning gene. They have not removed the seed, they have removed the browning gene. So now you have to make sure that that apple has seeds in it, and you have to make sure that it looks like it fell off a tree.
I
That
must have been asleep during that episode. I thought they didn't have seeds in them.
I know I've done that one, but the last one I did on the apples was the browning gene.
Wow.
It was the browning gene. And so so you need that apple to look like it fell off the tree. Yes, ma'am.
What's wrong with pecans?
You want raw pecans. You don't want the ones that you just grab out of the store in the package, because those pecans have sulfites in them. They have sulfites in them. Can you excuse me for just a moment? Just a moment.
Sure.
I'm so sorry.
That's fine. And what I'll do is let me read some more comments. You guys are hilarious on here.
You know what? I'm going to pop out for just a minute. I'm going
Okay.
to pop out for just a minute, and I don't know, what do I do?
You can stop your vid. Let's see. I'm looking at your comments here, guys. This is hilarious. This is hilarious. I don't know, you guys. I know you all are appreciating this, and I think I did see someone on here that mentioned that this is good information. So it's just like what Brandy said. You have to be more creative, and accept what is being given. I started off today's segment telling you that we have to have an open mind. We definitely have to have an open mind and understand and know that, our diet, what we consume, has a lot to do with our health. It has a lot to do with that, guys. And Dr. Hill started today off mentioning that with the holidays coming up, it's like she does not like the holidays because of the position that she has been placed in. And she doesn't like it only because we hard-headed. And when I say that, we're hard-headed and we don't do what has been instructed, has been given to us. We are so used to our favorite meals. I was looking at something, I think it was on Red Table Talk, when Jada and her mom and her daughter, and then also Will's first wife, were actually gathering so that they could cook. And Will's first wife, ex-wife, whatever you want to say, she's famous for her macaroni and cheese. So come on, guys. I know we have mac and cheese on the menu. We have dressing on the menu. We have, all these different favorites, if you will. I'm going to be honest. I have a couple of aunts who, there are certain dishes that I love to consume that they make. I have an aunt, one of my aunts, I love her dressing. My Aunt Annie, she makes the best dressing to me. My late Aunt Minnie, she used to make the best sweet potato pies to me. Who else? A crowd of peas, my Aunt Jane, different things are our favorites that, we kind of look for during our holiday season, especially if we're going to be with family. But we got to get more creative. If we want to live, if we want to see another year, another holiday, we're gonna have to change some things. We're gonna have to change some things. And I'm seeing now, especially I'm seeing a shift. It may be a small shift or whatever, people are trying. I'm seeing more vegans and vegetarians now. And people trying, and they're trying to get away from what they're used to. But yeah, we have to make a change. We got to make a change. I'm getting older now. I can't consume what I used to consume. I can't. It affects me physically. It does.
Yes. You're right.
So Dr. Hill is back. Let me see if there was anything on here as I was I was talking.
Did you all talk about me real bad while I was gone?
No, I just ran my mouth. So Brandy said, if the apple's not ugly enough to talk about its mama, it's bad. I cannot with you today. I can't. Apostle Hunt, did I read this already? He said, we can't eat nothing no more. But he also said that you are a well of information. So let's see. Dr. Shirley Hill is the world's best kept secret. That's from Buddy Gill. Ooh,
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
He's trying to make up for what all that he thought we wasn't gonna see. That's what
We're gonna take that and put it in our arsenal, buddy. That way we can pull that back out when you talk about it. So yeah, this is good stuff. So I was just trying to encourage them while you were gone, to have an open mind and to listen to what you're telling us on today. How do you know that's non-GMO? Oh, okay. Wanda, I hope that question was answered for you. You asked, how do we know that it's non-GMO? If you're referencing, go ahead.
Is she referencing the apple?
That's what I thought.
Or anything in particular. So the apple is one thing, but you can have a gamut. Well, when you're dealing with fruit should have a seed. But now you have to remember that non-GMO is not the only thing that you have to contend with now. The FDA allows non-GMO is non-specific now. Because if I have 20 ingredients and 3 of them are non-GMO, I can put that non-GMO seal on my box, my bottle, my container. And so then you have to read ingredients. If it is a non-GMO, it will say so. And each ingredient, so let me say it this way. If it is organic, each ingredient should state that it is organic. If it does not state that it is organic, then it is not organic, it is conventional. So then that product that says certified non-GMO could be talking about 1 ingredient, 3 ingredients, and the other 15 ingredients be genetically modified, have the browning gene removed, or a number of any other things. And especially if you see a vitamin, if you see something that to be a mineral or a nutrient, and then it has something attached to it like mononitrate, because we know that nitrates cause cancer. And so that mono tells you how many of that ingredient is in there. So what the manufacturers are allowed to do is that putting that plant, connecting it to that toxic chemical, gives them, the manufacturer, the ability to use certain words, certain phrases, such as non-GMO or organic. And so you have to know the rules. you have to know the rules. And so you don't specifically have to know the rules, but I tell you what doesn't work anymore. And that is, if I can't pronounce it, then I shouldn't eat it. Well, you got to go farther than that, because you might be able to pronounce it and you shouldn't eat it. And so you have to make yourself knowledgeable about what you are eating and what you are feeding your. Now, somebody is going to say, well, what about the soy and what about the corn, Apostle? Soy and corn were the first genetically modified plants. And so then if they are not organic, if they are not certified organic, then they are definitely GMO. And the same for peanuts. So then I don't know if we use nuts so much now in our recipes. They talk about this anaphylactic shock with eating the peanuts. It's not the peanuts. It is the modification that has been made, because peanuts were one of those things they were one of the first plants, along with soy and corn, to be genetically modified. Yes, ma'am.
So are you saying, or am I creating this, that, because you see so much now where people are allergic to
Yes.
nuts and everything. And so
Mhm.
it's so much so that on different products, they have to put on there,
Yeah.
this was made in a plant that maybe had nuts or whatever,
Yes.
and all that, as a what do you call it? A caution or alert. or whatever.
Allergen. Yeah. They have to list it as an allergen.
Right. So you're saying
Yeah.
that's because, not because of the peanut or the nut itself, it's because of
the modification. It's because of the chemical, the chemical that modifies the gene in the peanut. And so, and I always tell people, go to the health food store, get a couple of raw peanuts. Just get a few raw peanuts. We're not picking out.
make sure y'all pay for them.
Well, they'll let you eat, a couple of them. They'll let you eat a couple of them. Don't take a bag and put it in your purse. Put it in.
I'm not sure why I went there. I think probably because I've been seeing the stuff on the news. These folks were taking stuff out of these stores like crazy. But go ahead. I digress. Go ahead.
But taste a couple of them and see if you have a reaction. That's why I'm saying, don't take a handful and try to eat them. Take 2 or 3 of them and see if you get any tingling. When that reaction is coming on, that feeling that you get when that reaction is coming on. It's like when Apostle Hunt, when he walks into a room, I was telling him, I said, stop, because I am eating avocado. I said, so don't come in here because I'm eating avocado. Because he is allergic. And there are certain foods that have toxins in them. Potatoes have toxins in them. Avocados have toxins in them. Most people are not allergic to it. It doesn't bother most people, but there are a few people like Apostle that have an immediate severe reaction to those toxins. And so then your peanuts, so that when you use those peanuts to put them on top of the cake or the pie or whatever you use it, make sure that those nuts are, and I think the phrase is pine nut, but there is when they put that warning on there and it says made in a facility that, there's another phrase that they use, but it is something that makes you automatically think that it is non-threatening. But that phrase is just another term for peanuts.
Oh,
yeah, it's just another term for peanuts. And so you have to be careful, and you have to so then I did the peanuts, I did the soy, I did the corn. Let me see, is anything? Oh, wheat. Somebody said the wheat. Wheat has wheat is, if it says enriched, bleached, or processed, which is what most wheat is today, then it has alloxin in it. And alloxin causes diabetes. And
Okay.
so you do not want to feed a relative that has, or a visitor that has diabetes, something. And most of our, our tables are full of wheat because we have the pies with the crust, we have the bread puddings, we have the cake, we have all of this stuff with enriched flour in it. And then we have these hidden diabetics because we don't know whether they have it. And we have the high blood pressure, those that have high blood pressure, that's on their high blood pressure medication, and they don't take it like they should and like they're supposed to. But almost everything at our kitchen table will run that blood pressure sky high. It will cause that blood pressure to be sky high. It will cause that blood sugar to be sky high.
Mm-hmm.
And so if we are going to entertain, and we are, even if it's just family, we want to make sure that we are not doing something that is going to be detrimental to their health, because we don't want to send them down a road. They may not drop dead. They may not end up in the emergency room today or tomorrow. But a sign that your kidneys are not functioning properly is that swelling in the feet, in the ankles, and in the legs. And so then all of us know we have family members that have that difficulty, the swelling in the feet, in the ankles, and in the legs. And so then you have a table full of food that has toxic chemicals in it that either your kidney or your liver is going to have to clear from the body. And so then now you're going to cause them to have more difficulty, because that kidney is not functioning well enough to clear all of the stuff that we're going to be eating on that day. And so then we always want to consider. Now, think about it. If one chemical that's in the seasonings, now we have to remember that the seasonings also have MSG in them, monosodium glutamate. So if that seasoning is red, then it has MSG in it, monosodium glutamate, because that is the red that has that taste. All right. So now we've got, we have the chemical that causes the lung cancer, right? Now we've got the chemical monosodium glutamate that attacks the brain. And then we have aluminum in there, which keeps it from caking. It is a preservative and additive that keeps it from caking. Now, that preservative, aluminum. I was trying to think of aspartame, but I was like, nah, that's not right. Aluminum. Aluminum causes cancer. It just straight up causes cancer. We wrap everything in aluminum, and then we put it in the oven for the heat to solidify and actually cause that aluminum to really break down and get into that food really, really, really good. And it causes cancer. And so then, and we use the microwave. I know I sit and I have to say, well, wait a minute, let me come out of the kitchen before you turn the microwave on. And they say, well, why? Because that's radiation. And what does the dentist do when they get ready to take your x-rays? They suit up. Not only that, they leave and go into another room.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, they do. They leave you in there by yourself.
But they do give you those things now to cover you.
Yeah, to make you feel better. How much does it cover? Does it have a hood on it? Does it go all the way down to your feet? What does it
Lord,
do?
keep us, Jesus. Listen, because I want to address something you mentioned about the foil paper, and
Yeah.
that's something key as well, because yes, that is, something that we use, especially around these holidays when we're
Yes.
preparing and everything. But you brought something good to light for us. And you've mentioned it before, but for those of you who may not know, foil paper is not good. I haven't bought foil paper probably since Dr. Hill started on my show and told me
That's a
about
good
foil
thing.
paper. I don't use it anymore. And no, I do not use a microwave anymore either. If I'm warming up something, I'm putting it on top of the stove, tea or whatever, or what have you. But yeah, this is all good. But I know I heard about microwave like well before I met you,
Way back. They were
Yeah,
talking about the dangers
they
of
were.
microwaves. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's like we just kept using, no, we'll be
Yeah.
okay or something.
Yeah. The
Or I'll go out
convenience.
the room.
Yes. Yes. But see, the really, really serious danger of the microwave right now is that it destroys the white blood cells. And your white blood cells are what will keep you from catching this virus. And then if you do keep it, the white blood cells will keep you from going into that cytokine storm because of the interferons. So if you don't take Tylenol, when you get that first sign of a headache and that first sign of sweating and diarrhea and all of that, if you don't take, well, let's deal with the smell and the headache. Do not take Tylenol or any kind of over-the-counter drugs, because they will stop the fever. The fever signals the immune system to make the interferons. The interferons are the white blood cells that stop the replication of the virus. Once that replication is stopped or slowed down, once that viral load is lowered to a certain point, you don't even have to worry about talking about going into the cytokine storm, going into pneumonia. You don't have to worry about anything else, as long as you take care of that, the production of those interferons that will take care of the production of the replication of the virus. Now we're getting ready to go into, and this is something I was thinking about too. Not only do we have Thanksgiving, not only do we have Christmas and New Year's, but we have the flu season, the pneumonia season, coupled with this virus. Yeah. And so then we're eating all of these foods that's going to totally shut down our immune system, that's going to totally destroy our white blood cells, that is going to totally wipe out our stem cells. And we're going to be left defenseless, trying to depend upon an injection. I can't say it now, vaccine. I'm not on Facebook. I can say vaccine.
Well, my Facebook.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm thinking we're on Zoom. Ooh, Lordy, have mercy.
It's okay.
Okay, in the injection. And I'm not going to say anything bad about the injection. I'm just going to say is that it has not been proven how long those antibodies last. So those antibodies, your antibodies may have already gone to sleep. They may have already gone to bed, taken a vacation, whatever the case may be. You may be depending upon something that is not even viable anymore, which is one of the reasons why we are having to take more injections called boosters. And so we're depending upon something that has not been proven as it should have been. And this is part of the experiment. This is a part of that. We're in that human experimental stage. We're that experiment. And so then it hasn't been proven. But what is proven is your immune system, a functioning, fully operating immune system, will it'll protect you from any entity that will come against it. And so another thing on your table that is deadly is sugar. And we put sugar in everything. We put sugar in those sweet potatoes, then we put marshmallows, which is sugar on top of the sugar, and all of that. And then we've got the cakes, and then we have the pies, and then we have whatever other stuff we want to throw in there, you know. And that sugar, it shuts down the immune system. 1 teaspoon shuts it down for 70 minutes. So, okay, you drink a 20-ounce can of pop. That's got 16 teaspoons of sugar in it. You multiply that 16 times 70 minutes to see how long that 1 can of pop has shut your immune system down. And you don't know who's in that house that has just been at a party or whatever with someone who has had that virus. And you don't know who has cancer. Sugar makes cancer spread like wildfire. Sugar, it causes inflammation in the body. It's just a demon. That's what sugar is. Sugar is a demon. And we know that vitamin C, yes, vitamin C complex powder with all of the complex in it, it blocks the ACE2 receptor that allows this demon, Thanos, to get in the cell and infect us. But so then we think we're good when we're taking that vitamin C. But what we have to realize is that sugar cuts a cleavage in the back of that ACE2 receptor, allowing that Thanos to come in the back door. So you're buying all this vitamin C and doing all of this stuff, and then you fix a cup of coffee and put 10 teaspoons of sugar in it. And you have just totally erased all of that you have done. And so then we want to be very perspective. We want to be very aware when we are preparing our meals. And we want to prepare our foods. And it doesn't mean that you can't have a good Thanksgiving. It just means that you can't poison everybody that comes and sits down at your kitchen table. That's all that means.
Drink water.
Yes.
Listen, real quick, Dr. Hill, let me interject. If you're just not joining us, Dr. Hill really only had an hour today, so she may be logging off in a few minutes, but this is our health and wellness segment. We moved it up a week. We normally have it at the end of every month, but next week will be Thanksgiving, but the day before Thanksgiving will be the anniversary of GetCaughtinANet. So we moved her up a week so that we can make sure we got our instructions for the holidays that are coming up from Dr. Hill. And this has been great information that we have been receiving on today. So if you're just not coming in, if you wouldn't mind doing me a favor and clicking that share button, click the share button. You can still tag individuals because they can always come back and listen to it. I do appreciate you guys that are here over on Instagram. I do see Eric Jill Hayes, on, and also did I see Erica, Birdie Shavers, thanks for coming in, and Latoya, I think I saw you over here on Instagram. Is that you, Demetria, on Instagram? Thank you for coming in. Let's see here on Facebook, those names that I did not call. Latavia Neal, thank you, little lady. I appreciate you coming in. Elise Crawford, I don't think I mentioned your name. There are some others that are on here. I'm trying to scroll back up real quick. But you guys are really commenting, which leads me to believe that you were enjoying what you were hearing on today. I think I saw Shona Scott. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, I thought that was you, D. Okay, thank you. Carolyn Smith, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Let's see, the industries play on words, all for liability and profits at the expense of our health. Comment from Buddy Gill. Latavia says she loves this information. I appreciate you for coming in and listening to this on today. As you were talking about the dental going to the dentist and everything, and talking about the foil paper. Buddy Gill asked the question, can you remind the people about styrofoam plates and cups?
Oh, thank
Would you
you,
do
Betty
that?
Gill. Yes, thank you so much. Styrofoam plates and cups. I really, I don't try. I would say that they're only for cold foods. They are only for cold foods. So that means like your watermelon, if you want to eat a plate of watermelon or, you know, something like that. Nothing that has heat. So, and you know, we use these cups for coffee. That styrofoam is a toxic chemical. It is a very toxic chemical, and it melts right into the food. That chemical, it goes right into the food, especially if it is hot, not even warm. I don't advise that you use them. Like I don't advise that you use the microwave. I don't advise that you use styrofoam cups and plates and whatever else they have. Now, let me before I have to run. Did I answer that question? Thank you
Yeah,
for
well,
reminding me, buddy. Thank you so much.
yeah, you had another question on here too.
Okay.
Paso asked, are there any natural sweeteners that we can use? Healthy sweeteners, or is that a thing?
Is that to go in coffee, Apostle?
Answer the question, Apostle. I don't know. So maybe you can give a general answer. Maybe, you know, even
I
for,
can. I just wanted to kind of mess with him, and Buddy Gill. But yes, xylitol, make sure it's organic, xylitol. Now, let me say this about apple pies and such. You can use apple juice with apple pies, and that apple juice will be your sweetener. I know it sounds weird, it sounds strange, but you can cook those potatoes with apple juice. And that apple juice is your sweetener. It will act as your sugar.
Cook the apples in apple juice?
Cook the apples and the potatoes for the apple pie and the sweet potato pie.
Oh, sweet. Okay, because I'm like, why do I want potatoes in my apple pie? But you're talking about sweet potato pie.
That's a new recipe, girl. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm like, what the world was Annette talking about? No, okay, I had to get that clarified because I'm like, you said potatoes for your apple pie, and I'm not sure where you grew up at. No, just kidding. That's fine. Okay, so we have that distinction. Okay, so she said
yes. So you can use xylitol, you can use juices, you can use I'm not even gonna say that because I don't. Fruits and vegetables should not be cooked. They should not be cooked. So I'm not even gonna make that. No. So let me give you a recipe for a turkey. You need a slow cooker. You know they're gonna have turkey. I don't care if I said turkey, the tryptophan in it was gonna cause your feet to fall off and your eyelashes and your hair, your fingers and your toes. They're gonna cook that turkey. So let me tell you something. Let's see.
Okay,
Cornish,
so a slow roaster,
a slow cooker.
slow cooker.
Slow cooker. The old-fashioned kind. You put your stuff in it, put your top on it, let it cook overnight.
You know, they have roasters too. You don't recommend that?
I don't know anything about it. I know that my slow cooker works and it doesn't poison me.
The roaster is pretty much the same.
Yeah, but see, no, I would have to look into that a little bit more because that pretty much could be the part that kills me. So we're gonna table that until next month because we're gonna do this again for Christmas. So by that time I'll know more.
Right. All right. So get your slow cookers out, guys.
Slow cookers out. Now you're gonna take your dill, you're gonna take your thyme, your thyme, whatever you call it, your dill, your thyme, your rosemary, your all of those natural things that you love for to season your turkey with. You're going to put that in the bottom of the crock pot. You're going to put that little, what's that little grill thing on top of there, so you can have your turkey sit on top of that and not down in your seasonings. And if you're going to put potatoes down in there, or potatoes in that turkey, do not get, I saw it at the store and I was like, oh, Jesus. People were buying these potatoes, excuse me, that had this green underneath. Thank you so much. That had this green underneath the skin. And that green is toxic. That means that potato should not be purchased. It should be thrown away. It doesn't mean that you should cut it off. Doesn't mean that you slice it and still use the potato. It means that the toxins have been released in that potato, and you're being warned that this is now not fit for human consumption. And so make sure your potatoes do not have that green tinge underneath that skin. And so now you can put those potatoes down in there with your herbs and your spices. You're going to put your turkey after you wash it with your spring water. You are not washing your turkey with sink water that has in it the virus.
All right.
So,
spring water.
Spring water. You're washing it in spring water. You're washing your vegetables and all of that in spring water. And so then you're putting it on that whatever that little thing is called. You put it
a rack. It's a rack.
The rack. Yeah. Thank you. You're putting it on that rack so it does not sit down in the seasonings. Whatever you want to stuff in there, if you want to put celery in there, if you want to put any of that. Yes, ma'am.
Why don't you want it to sit in your seasonings?
Because your turkey is going to make a brine. Your turkey, the juices are going to be released from the turkey. It's going to fall down in the seasonings, and it's going to make a delicious brine. If your turkey is sitting down in them, a lot of those seasonings are going to be stuck up under that turkey. And so then it's not going to, who's that, Buddy?
I'm not thinking about Buddy right now. It does not mean I'm guilty. I'm asking questions because you guys want to know. That's what that means.
But you want to sit it up on that rack so that the juices from that turkey will come down and mingle with those spices and make a beautiful brine. Make just a wonderful brine. Because after this turkey cooks overnight, then it is going to be so juicy and tender. And then you're going to want it brown, because I don't want any meat. Well, it's okay. We eat it that way because we eat baked meat. So if you would like that turkey to have a beautiful brown skin, then you take it, you pour that brine over your turkey, and you sit it in the oven you have to watch it now because you only want it to get brown. You're not trying to overcook this turkey. So you sit it in there until it is brown. I don't know, if that temperature would be 300, 350. I don't cook anything over 350. And so then you have to watch it till it gets your beautiful golden brown. And then you have a bang up delicious turkey. Now, I like turkey breast instead of having a great big old turkey. But I know that's just me. Now, the only turkey that I would recommend, though, is I want to say kosher. Okay. But I said it on my live. I said it on my live Monday. I gave the full name, the whole company name for this Amish, not kosher, Amish. I knew that didn't sound right, but it is, it's an Amish turkey. And the Amish, they grow, they feed, they prepare, all of those kinds of things according to the Bible. And so if you get an Amish turkey, you will have a clean turkey. And if you prepare it like that, you know, you'll get a whole lot of oohs and ahs, and you won't have used any poison. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we know turkeys are like really, really expensive now for whatever reason. And I'm not sure who on here can go out to the Amish country and get them a turkey right now.
No. Amish, they just need to find out where it is sold in their community or near them, you know.
Okay.
And so if they look on my live, I'll put it in the comment section for here sometime between today and tomorrow, and the name of the company. And then, of course, you know, since everybody is internet savvy, maybe not me, but everybody is internet savvy, and they can look up the name and see where they can find it, you know,
Okay.
where they can find it.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All
And
right.
so
Let me do this real quick. There's a question on the floor. Is salt
okay.
and pepper okay for taste?
Salt and pepper is okay if you're going to use, make sure that it is sea salt that has the minerals in it, not that just has the name on it. That blue thing that has sea salt on it, that's nothing but table salt. But you want to go to the health food store and get some sea salt. And if it says not a good salt of iodine, or not a good source, not salt, but not a good source of any of the minerals, then it's nothing but table salt. And I'm glad you asked that for your people that have high blood pressure and other conditions. You want to make sure that the salt that you use is a sea salt that has all of the minerals in it. That's what a sea salt is. It has very high content minerals. It only has 10%. No. It only has 2%. What's that in salt? Sodium. It only has 2% sodium, whereas that table salt has an enormous amount of sodium. It is basically nothing but sodium. And so then when you get sea salt, it only has like 2%. And kelp, you can use kelp. You can also use kelp.
Okay.
And I would also suggest is curcumin, what is that? Curcumin, cumin. I want to say what the seasoning, what they call it when it's the seasoning. Turmeric.
Okay.
Turmeric. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully that answered your question, Latoya. She did say she's nervous for Thanksgiving, but you can make it. You can do this.
And if you mess it up the first time, you got Christmas, and you'll be a pro by Christmas.
You're pro by Christmas. Oh my goodness. Brandy, thanks for putting in the sweetener name xylitol. If you guys are looking for alternative sweetener, xylitol, XYLITOL is the spelling of it. Crystal, I see you, my little sis over here on IG. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you. Let's see, over on IG, Erica did say, yes, MSG is a brain destroyer. Yeah, I know, you know, she's real good about her health.
And let me add this to that. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
Sure.
But any dietetic and diabetic, because you know we love these diet sodas. I don't know what in the world we think about. We put in eat 100,000 calories and then chase it down with the diet pop. What is that? But anyway, if it's dietetic and diabetic, then it is detrimental to your health. It's very toxic, very toxic because it has aspartame in it. Usually it has aspartame, phenols, acesulfame, K. All of those chemicals are brain poisons. And if you blend them together, then they eat holes in the brain. One of the reasons why we have so much Alzheimer's and dementia.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, this has been tremendous. It's been tremendous. Thanksgiving 2021, do thyself no harm.
Yes.
I made that up for the
Yeah.
topic.
Because it's do no harm.
Do no harm. Well, I said do thyself no harm. Is that wrong? Is that
Well,
incorrect?
but you got 20 other people that are going to be sitting around your table. If you only think about yourself, you can poison 19 other people.
Okay, but if you think about everybody else and you say do thyself no harm, you say, okay, I don't want to do them harm either.
Right.
Anyway, do no harm.
Right.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us on today. I don't know, Dr. Hill, if you want to wrap us up with anything or not, because she did indicate that she only had a limited amount of time with us on today.
I want to,
Go ahead.
no, I don't want to interrupt you. I'm sorry.
No, I was just mentioning that. So we're going to be exiting soon, guys. So I know that typically at the end of our health and wellness, what we've started doing is that if you had any health and related questions, health and wellness related questions that were off topic, then you could ask them. But seeing as how we don't have that time on today, I don't know how Dr. Hill wants to do that. She wants you to just go ahead and just type them in, and maybe she can go back and look at them.
I can do that.
Okay, so we don't want to take that away from you guys. I know we were talking about a very important subject on today about what we should do for the holiday, Thanksgiving, and of course, Christmas. She'll be back before Christmas, though, to tell you some more. But if you have any health and wellness related questions, whether it is something you've been dealing with yourself that you want to ask Dr. Hill about, how should I handle this? What should I eat, or what have you? She can answer those. So if you go ahead and throw them into the comment section, whether you are on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, you can do that. And what we'll try to do is so she won't have to go all those different places looking. I'll try to combine them together and have her to look at them and to respond accordingly. I always tell you guys that if you hear Dr. Hill here on Mind, Body, and Soul, Get Caught in a Net, take advantage of it. This is her livelihood. So once she goes off air, you need to pay her. I'm saying that. Okay. All right. So this is very good information that she gives us, and she is not selfish at all by sharing this information. I appreciate her for what she's doing. She cares about us. She does. She does. She really does. Another great session with Buddy Gill. What am I going to do with you? He said with Mrs. Oprah Harris and Dr. Shirley Hill. You know, if you got a Buddy Gill in your corner, you got a good friend in your corner.
You do. You do.
I really do. Notice I call you young, so I should get points for that. But anyway, Dr. Hill, do you want to? You're welcome, Erica. I see you said thanks for sharing great information. I'm hoping that it helps someone on today.
Yes.
You want to wrap us up with something, Dr. Hill?
I do. I want you to show that picture for me.
She does.
Yes.
All right. So give me a second. I'll put that on the screen. All right. Give me one more moment. Can you guys see it? Tell me if you can see this picture, Dr. Hill.
I can see it. Yes.
All right, let me make it a little bit bigger, just a little bit. All right, so Dr. Hill, what you want to say about this picture?
This picture, when I saw it, I love this picture. And Brandy's going to get me because she did this beautiful thing for me, because I wrote down everything that I wanted to say and I sent it to her and everything. And I said, well, no, I won't send it to Annette. We won't send it to Annette. I'll read it myself. Well, you know how that went. So this beautiful picture, when I see this picture, I don't see fall. When I look at this picture, I'm just going to give you a story. I'm going to walk you through this picture. when I see this picture, I see one of the things that I think of is a rainbow, and you can see the rainbow peeking through the light, the reflection peeking through the leaves. And so then we see the green leaves. If you see the trees at the bottom, they have the most green in them. And then as you move down, you see down and around, you see the beautiful colors begin to show. Now, let me tell you, this picture is a perfect cycle of life. It is a perfect depiction of the cycle of life. The green is chlorophyll. As the leaves fall from the tree and they become detached from their source of life, their life source, then the first thing they lose is that green chlorophyll. And that green chlorophyll, that green chlorophyll, it fills your body with oxygen, and it is almost identical to your blood plasma. So for those of you that are anemic, you really need those green things. But that green is one of the first things that becomes a deficiency as the leaves are separated from their source, from their life source. And so then when that green leaves, then we see red, and that red is lycopene. Am I right? That red is lycopene. And so then as we become deficient in that lycopene, then we see that the leaves, they turn yellow. Now you can see the yellow that was under the red. The orange. The orange under that red, which is the beta carotene. And we all know about the beta carotene. It turns the vitamin A. And so as the leaf, and we could even say that as the body, as it becomes deficient in that chlorophyll, as it becomes deficient in that beta carotene, and now we are down to the yellow lutein. Now that yellow lutein is very interesting because the macula in the eyes is yellow. And as we lose that yellow nutrient, then we began to develop macular degeneration. And that is because we are becoming deficient in that yellow lutein. And so then as that yellow lutein, as it begins to wane, as it begins to become deficient, then we notice that that leaf, as it's laying on the ground, it begins to turn brown. And that is because it is totally dehydrated. It is deficient in its nutrients. It has become dried and wrinkled, and the next step is death. And so that is when I walk through a scene like this, when I walk in the fall and I see the leaves, my mind goes to the death process, because what we are looking at, we are looking at a body, that tree that attaches the leaves to the nutrients that are in the soil. We are seeing those leaves as they are detached as they become detached from their life source, then they become deficient in nutrients, and we see the process as they lose their colors, their nutrients, and we see the process of aging. That's the aging process. And so it's, for us, we call it the aging process. For the trees and all of that, we just think of it as being that we're going into the fall season, but it's actually the death process. But again, that tree is going to become lively again, because the tree is still connected to the life source that is in the soil, the minerals that are in the ground. And so what do you see? I'm asking you, what do you see when you see that picture? Had you not heard this little scenario, what is it that you would have seen? Now, this is what I see every time I see this type of scenery. I see a rainbow with all of its colors. I see a garden with all of its colors. I see a produce. I see the produce section in the store with all of its colors, same colors that we're looking at here. I see a rainbow salad, and I see the source of life. And so I just wanted to leave you with that. So on your Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's table, put a huge rainbow salad. Let it be the first thing that you put on your table, and let your guests, let them nibble on that as they're waiting for you to finish preparing their meal.
Oh, you know, that was almost better than the spoken words there. My God. And there you have it. Dr. Shirley Hill put on her evangelist hat. Hear the words that are coming out of my mouth. My, that was deep. That was very deep. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
You are welcome.
Someone put on here pictures are worth more than 1,000 words, more than 1,000 words in a picture.
Yeah.
Buddy Gill said that. I totally agree. I totally agree. Thank you for breaking that down.
You are welcome.
That was good.
Mhm.
And it makes you think.
Yes.
It makes you think.
Mhm.
And you all know how I feel about that. Making you think. And then to make changes as well. Brandy said that's deep. Yeah, this is some good stuff. Nicola, hey, my little sister, thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Erica over on IG said that was amazing. Yeah, I would agree. I would definitely agree. Huh. Okay. Will you come on, Dr. Hill? Come on in, stuff, and then walk on off. Drop the mic and walk off the stage. Why don't you? This has been great. Again, another wonderful health and wellness segment that we've had on today, guys. If you just not joining, you're going to have to go back and rewind so that you can hear it from the beginning. She's given us some great information, great tips. She even, Dr. Hill, I don't know if you realize it, she gave us a recipe for a good turkey. Now, I was looking on the news, was it yesterday or today, the fire department is going to show you how to fry a turkey properly. I thought about you yesterday. It was so funny. I thought about you when I saw that. But Dr. Hill told us today how we can prepare a healthy turkey. All right. So if you didn't hear it again, you got to go back and rewind. It's not a long segment on today, so you should be able to find it. But this was great. Thank you again so much for taking time and loving on us and you're loving us through instructing us. You know, I always when I pray to the Lord, I appreciate him for loving me when he's correcting me.
Yeah. Yes.
That's still love, y'all.
That's the best kind of love.
Yes,
correction is the best kind of love.
Yes. Buddy says God's amazing and perfect creativity. I agree.
Yes.
Latoya, yeah, we'll get you that information. So again, guys, before I end on today, as I'm preparing our closing, I want to remind you that if you have any questions for Dr. Hill that she didn't get a chance to answer, that was either on topic or off topic today, because we normally afford you that opportunity to make sure that you throw them into the comment section here on IG, on YouTube, on Facebook, Annette Get Caught in the Net, and I would go back and I would try to grab them if Brandy doesn't grab them before me. Hint, hint, Brandy. No, but seriously, make sure you throw them in there, and we'll get them over to Dr. Hill and see if she can respond to you in a timely manner. So I want to thank you guys, and want to remind you guys that on next week, a week from today, I'm so excited. You know, I thank God for every second, every minute, every hour, every day, every week. I don't take it for granted that I'm still here, but I thank God that we are approaching another anniversary of Mind, Body, and Soul Get Caught in the Net. It'll be 8 years. And I had actually put out a post a promo asking you guys to give me your suggestions on how we should celebrate. Well, I had one main suggestion, actually a couple of people, but I had one main suggestion that said, you know what, you should get some of your past guests on. And so I reached out to different ones. And so we're going to have a virtual party next week, guys. I'm so excited, a virtual party. So if we hadn't had COVID, maybe I would have had it in a nice venue. That'll come, time will come for that. But we're going to do it virtually. So I'm excited. I need you guys to stick with me next week to come back. Whether you're going to be on the Zoom with me or you're going to be watching it, I want you all to come on in, help me to celebrate, help me to thank God for what he's done down through these years. I have learned some things. You have learned some things, but you have been right there with me. And I just want to thank you. And hopefully I won't be shedding tears. Well, I may be shedding tears. Let me just stop saying that. But
You'll be crying up a storm.
Right. Just because I thank God. Thank you, Erica, for the congratulations. I appreciate it. Hey, cousin Jamone, you're going to be the one that is going to have to rewind so you can listen to this segment. But thanks for coming in right now. I appreciate you. You may be at work. And those of you who do take time out of your jobs, maybe on your lunch break, or you just dropping in, we thank you. But next week, a lot of you are off work on that Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, and you have told me that you will come in and share with me and with the other individuals, guests as well. So get ready for it. We have live entertainment lined up, giveaways. I'm just excited. Some great things are going to be happening on next week. So, all right, guys, I'm talking enough. I am going to start this this ending. And you guys make sure you go to my website, GetCaughtinANet Radio, GetCaughtinANetRadio.com, and you will find more information there. So, thank you again for joining us. And we'll see you. Dr. Hill, thank you for your time on today.
Get caught in
the net.
With Annette.
All right, I'm not even going to try and sing, guys. You know what I tell you at the end of every broadcast, I want you all to make sure you stay safe, wash your hands, wear your mask, physical distance. They always say social distance, but physical distance. Do what you need to do to stay safe. I want you to stay safe. We want you to stay safe. We want you to come back. We want you to be healthy. We want you to have a beautiful time with your families on this year. So whether you've been vaxxed or not, make sure you grab that mask out, do your precautions, do what you need to do. We don't need to lose you. We've lost too many. We've seen too many that have lost loved ones, but we want to do what we can. All right, to stay safe. Let's not make this out of an argument, whether you should be vaxxed or not. I'm not here to refute that. You are a grown person and you make your decisions. But again, let's stay safe. All right, guys. All right, we're going to get out of here. I'm making sure I didn't miss any other comments. Antonio, Apostle Brooks, is that you? Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate you coming in. You did miss Dr. Hill. She is gone for the afternoon, but you can always rewind so that you can see this session in its entirety. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get out of here, and I thank you. I appreciate you. We'll see you next week so that we can celebrate 8 years of broadcasting together. Peace.